going on, guys? It's Greg Eyes, and welcome back to another weekly Pick'em show where we're going to recap what happened over the weekend and tell you what's coming up this weekend and also where you can watch. So if you're not familiar, you can make your picks at the link in the description. We've got season-long prizes going on and also new prizes for each individual week, so stay tuned for that. So let's jump right in to the weekend recap. We're getting right into the meat of the season, and it's starting to get really exciting. So the first one up is UMBC versus Stony Brook at home. This was a game that very rarely happens. Went into 4 overtimes, which is really intense. I mean, they're not that long. They're pretty short, but usually 1 overtime, 2 overtimes, that gets the job done. 4 overtimes, UMBC ended up taking the win in that game. So that's pretty cool. You don't see that all that often. And then we had a couple Big Ten matchups. The Rivalry was obvious this weekend. It's going to be a little different this year because this was the Rivalry Volume 1. They will play again later in the year. It was looking really tight in the beginning. Connor DeSimone had a really nice goal. They were pretty neck and neck, but then Maryland pulled away and pretty much blew them out by the end of the game. Maryland's offense look pretty unstoppable. And then finally, Penn State beat Ohio State, which is a game that I picked correctly. I thought they were pretty evenly matched teams, and I think Penn State edged them by 2 or 3 goals, so that was a pretty good matchup. But as far as my picks that I gave you guys in the last show, I went 3 for 3. I gave you Maryland, I gave you Penn State, and I gave you Rutgers. So normally I say don't listen to my picks, but it seems like I'm doing a little bit better these days. So turning to our leaderboard, we've still got Aiden Turner keeping his lead with 71 total picks on the season, but right breathing down his neck are Kyle and John, both with 70. Right now I've got 23 picks correct on the weekend, which was pretty good. That's pretty highly ranked, and 62 on the season. So I'm only back 9 picks. I think I could really get up into that top 10 if I start to ramp it up here. All right, so now our giveaway winners from last week. We have 3 people all tied with 28 correct on the weekend, that's a crazy number to get correct in one weekend. And they were eligible to win the Ryan Drenner Chrome replica. So we're gonna do, last week, admittedly, my shooting could have used some help. This week, I think the tape pat on the balls was sending them zinging. So we're gonna set up 3 targets with their names on the back and see who wins. Our 3-way tie for the Ryan Drenner replica, Luke, Nick, and Caleb. Your names are written randomly, I do not know which one, on the back of those 3 top right corner targets. We'll see which one I hit first. Here we go. Better first shot than last time. I think I just missed them all somehow. All right, let's go see who got it. All right, our winner for this week is Nick. Nick will get in touch with you. Congrats, bud. All right, so now let's take a look at your upcoming games for this week. Again, link is in the description. Go down there, go play. If you haven't started yet, no big deal. You can win a prize just this week. And for this week's winner, whoever picks the best is gonna win these brand new Cell 5 gloves that we just reviewed just in time for the season. So that's our weekly prize, and then obviously you've got the season-long prizes you can also compete for. So looking at this games, we have some really great midweek action, which I love, gives me something to watch in the middle of the week. Wednesday, Duke versus High Point. I've been saying all year, High Point has the ability to beat any of these ACC teams. Took UVA right to the wire, 13-12, ended up losing. Wednesday, Duke versus High Point, ESPNU. You guys should all have that channel. Make sure you tune in. Thursday, you're gonna get UVA versus UNC. The ACC is just full of big-time matchups. That's a great game for Thursday. Then moving into the weekend, Saturday, you've got some Big Ten action, Hopkins versus Penn State. I think those teams are pretty evenly matched. I'm going to pick Hopkins in that one. I think they're due for a win. Penn State coming off a win. I think that one could be a toss-up. Then you've got Denver versus Georgetown. Denver, obviously very good, very highly ranked, a lot of transfers coming in. Georgetown, though, looks red hot. They just blew somebody out, 22 to, they doubled them up. I don't even remember who it was, but it was pretty good. I think it was Marquette. So Georgetown just blew Marquette out. I'm going to take Georgetown in that. I like Georgetown this season. And finally, Maryland versus Rutgers. These are the 2 Big Ten powerhouses this year. Rutgers has always been kind of on the cusp, and this year looks to be breaking out. So number 1 and number 2 in the Big Ten. That's on Saturday. I'll take Maryland in that win, and that's on the Big Ten Network. All right, so there's your games for the week. Again, link is in the description if you want to go play. Would love to guys have would love to have you guys come play with us all season long. Make sure to subscribe, like this video, comment below who you're picking, and come back next Monday for another episode.